For those who wants to practice Filipino martial arts o Arnis, Eskrima or Pananandata under Maginoo-Mandirigma, it is best that you study it with the complete focus and dedication. So because without consistency and dedication, you cannot understand what I'm teaching you. There's a lot of martial arts in the world, and Filipino martial arts is very different. Since this is a weapon-oriented art, we practice most about how to use weapons. Ideally edge and impact weapons so we can utilize. Controlling it is another matter. It's not the same as controlling a bare-handed person. So when you study under Maginoo-Mandirigma, it is very important that you remove all context of other martial arts because there's a huge difference and you will know it through practice. And the movements the reference is always the movement of the weapon. So the weapon itself, the impact, short, long, doesn't matter. But the good thing about it is universally easy to understand. Whether you're foreign or local, Western or Eastern, it's all the same. We have one body, we have multiple movements for that body, and each weapon that we hold is the movement that we do. So that's one thing. And if you don't contrast and compare at first time, even if you have a background, it is much more easier to do that than to study under Maginoo-Mandirigma but you have a previous background in the martial arts. So in the martial arts, each martial arts has its own practices. So if you shut down your brain and empty your cup, you will absorb many of the truth that you can gain out of it. Each martial arts has its own practices. For example, judo is a category of throws. We have our own as well, based on our movements of controlling the sword or knife. That's how we develop the throwing techniques, locking techniques. Since we are weapon oriented, we are more on control tactics and manipulation rather than a striking art when it comes to the bare hand. So it's rarely difficult. It's different. Okay? And we deal with different weapons against one another. Edge against impact, impact against edge, and so on and so forth. Sometimes we use flexible weapons such as bullwhip or I particularly use cloth. We call it sarong here in the Philippines. It's basically a scarf or a shawl. So it's very different. The good thing about the Philippines is a melting pot of culture. It's a best way to practice because all of the arts from Southeast Asia or Asia melted here. So we learn part of it, a lot of it, through migration and evolution. Plus, we are invaded by 333 years by Spain. So it's a huge part when it comes to using longer weapons. We had only adopted in the shorter blade. But it is practically Hispanic, and a lot of the foreign Spaniards forgot because it's martial arts is basically, you can write it in a book but it's different when you practice it live. So there's a lot of, to the centuries, there's a lot of miscommunication when it comes to it, but it's best that you practice what is collected and transferred through time. Alright, so it's already updated. Unlike other martial arts, they write it in the book and forgot about it in future generations. But here, our martial arts evolved since the time that we have records, or since before time. Okay, so the modern and the ancient is actually mixed with our current skills and practices. So that's the thing about learning from Maginoo-Mandirigma. We have a huge lineage that we are proud of, and since we're Filipinos, and we always collect different skills from other styles, uh, as long as it's Filipino martial arts. Any style from Sikaran to other styles of Eskrima or Pananandata in that case. Or there's other factors like balibagan, throwing techniques, and the dumog. So dumog or buno in Tagalog. So it's basically wrestling. So if you want to learn those skills, here at Maginoo-Mandirigma, it's a good way to learn. We are more traditional, so we value culture, and the techniques from it. You can adapt it in your daily life, in work, in the life, basically, because martial arts, every martial arts is a philosophy. It's an exercise, and you will love it once you have it. And for casual practitioners and for serious practitioner, practice it as a whole, so that you can understand the whole, so that you don't so you know the completion of the technique, so you can add other techniques from other martial arts as well for a personal basis. All right, so this is Maestro Jaime Paterno de Laza. Thank you guys for listening. I'm here at the city, so stay tuned and watch for more. Bye.